Are you all right? Shall I get the doctor?
No, I'm fine, thank you. Just something went down the wrong way.
Just so long as you're sure. Sorry. My husband died of his chest. Lung cancer. Since then I've always been a bit jumpy when someone's coughing.
I am sorry.
Mind you, he brought it on himself. 40 a day, more sometimes. We didn't know about how you could get it, you know, cancer.
No. My husband stopped when we all began to find out.
It was the war got him started. There wasn't many things you could enjoy that wasn't rationed. Somehow I never fancied it myself, but Jim found it helped with the stress.
What did he do?
Well, he worked in the docks in the day, but he was an ARP. That's what really got to him.
Yes. I was living in London during the Blitz. I saw how dangerous it was, being an ARP. Mind you, I was living in Kensington. We got off lightly.
And we was living right in the middle of it. We had to evacuate the kids.
That must have been hard.
Well, at first we decided to keep them at home. Then there was this really bad night and the shoe, and then that got me thinking about football boots.
The shoe? Football boots?
Yeah. His shoes sort of turned up in an air raid. I remember there hadn't been a raid for a couple of nights and we were starting to think maybe it was all over, and then the sirens went. Oh no, I just got them settled.
Well, they ain't going to be settled for long.
We better be quick. I'll get Derek and Kathy. You make sure Nan's coming.
I'm on ARP, I've got to get moving.
Oh, can't you get Nan moving first? She never listens to me.
I prefer the bombs, it's less frightening.
Well, I'm getting the children. Derek, Kathy, come on. We've got to get to the shelter.
I'm scared. I want to stay here.
Come on, Kathy. We'll be safe in the shelter.
Oh, bloody hell. Nan! Nan, come on! What are you doing?
I can't find my teeth.
You'll lose more than your teeth if you stay here.
I'm not going in that shelter without my teeth. The Scots will be there. I know Andy's on leave. I am not going to disport myself in front of him without my teeth.
Disport yourself? Who do you think you are, Betty Grable? Bloody hell. Get a move on, everyone. Nan! I'll find your teeth. Just move yourself.
Don't be scared. German bombs are no good anyhow.
Come on, Kathy. Let's go.
She had her teeth with her all along. I'm off. Stay there until you're all clear. I'll see you later.
Derek, leave that ball. You can't play in the shelter.
But Mum...
No, now get in. There's Andy and Edie.
Room for two more.
Of course. Nudge up, Derek.
There's a good lad. Thanks. Andy!
Hello, Bumble.
She's scared.
Why, right too. I'm scared too. Don't worry, they won't get us in here.
I remember that was a really bad night. It seemed to go on all night. You thought it was finished, and then another wave would come. It was really close and all. I suppose it was the docks they was after. It usually was. That's when number 23 got hit. Soon then all the children, except the baby. Wonder what happened to him. He'll be in his 20s now, if he's a he, if you see what I mean. I never did know what sex it was. The children started to get scared like they'd never been before. When the raid started, they thought it was a sort of game. But that night it just went on so long. Well, we was all scared, except Nan. She went to sleep. Derek pretended he wasn't. Anyone could see he was. And Andy tried to cheer him up. He was in this brass band before the war, and he always brought his trumpet to the shelter.
Look what I've got. Hey, it's all right. It's just a loud noise. Listen. Here you go. You're just blowing. That's no good. You've got to make your lips buzz. Like this.
This is boring. I don't want to do it no more.
Go on. You're just getting the idea.
No, it's boring.
Can I try?
You won't be able to blow hard enough. It's really difficult.
Please.
Alright, here you go. Remember, make your lips buzz.
Well done, Kathy.
It's boring.
Good girl. Now, see how loud you can do it.
Good. That was close. Don't worry, Kathy.
Kathy, I didn't mean that loud. You didn't have to bring the house down.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Everyone all right?
Mary? Kathy? Derek?
Where are me glasses? I can't see nothing.
I'm all right. What about the children?
Nan, your glasses won't help. The lamp's gone out.
I got some matches somewhere.
What about the children? Kathy? Derek? Where are you? Are you hurt?
My leg hurts, but Kathy's here. And she got all quiet.
Oh, Kathy? Derek? It'll be all right. We'll have a light in a moment.
Edie, hurry up with them matches. Well done. Kathy, are you all right?
Oh, thank God. I think she's just had a shock. Derek, I can see your leg.
It really hurts.
I don't think it's serious. Can you stand up? Good. You haven't broken anything. It's just a bruise. You'll be all right. You two both come and give me a hug. I need it.
Thank bloody Christ. Looks like they're both all right.
What about me glasses?
They're in your hair.
Oh,
What's that?
What?
Over there.
It's a shoe. Really posh, like you might wear to a dance or something. Anyone missing a shoe?
no, it's not mine, no.
Oh, maybe it got carried in from someone's house by the blast. Mary, have you got a secret life you never told us about?
You know I couldn't afford anything like that.
What if someone was wearing it? It might be dead or have lost a leg.
Oh, a foot.
Their foot might still be in it. Take it away. I don't want to see.
Who's going to look?
It's all right. I'll look.
You get blood and stuff all over you.
It's all right, I tell you. Spotless. A bit of dust, but no blood. Nothing. That's the all clear. Let's go and see if we can find the owner.
What a night. How are you feeling? I can't hardly stand up. I'm so tired.
Same here.
This'll cheer us up. Look what I got. Tea.
That's nice.
Oh, bleeding heck, Mary, what's wrong with you? It's tea. When did you last have a cup?
Yes, sorry. I'd love a cup. Where'd you get hold of it?
From my sister in Ireland. She's got friends in the south.
That's the best news, that is. Can we drink it here? Jim will be back from work soon. Thanks. I'll put the kettle on. Nan, Edie's brought some tea. You want some? You coming or not? Give up. If she comes, she comes. I think we've got some sugar somewhere. You lot, go and do that somewhere else. We're going to hear ourselves talk.
That was frightening last night. And what about that shoe? Where'd it come from?
Yeah, worse yet. Did you see the Millers got hit?
Miller's?
Yeah, number 23. I hope they're all right. They just had a baby. I've been thinking.
Can't we have the wireless on? Andy said it might be Churchill this afternoon.
Turn it off, shall I?
No, leave it on low, just in case we get Churchill. Andy said not to miss it.
I've been thinking about the children. It's too dangerous. We've got to evacuate
But
them.
you said you...
I know. I don't want to send them to live with some strangers, especially Derek. He's the shy one. He'll hate it. Kathy will be all right. People like her. She's good at fitting in, but Derek... Oh, Edie, what should I do? I can't do another night like last night.
I think you've got to send him away. I know it's hard. I'm glad we haven't got children.
Maybe I could send Kathy and keep Derek.
Hello, Edie. What are you doing here?
I got some tea. Do you want some?
Tea, you bet. Oh, that's bloody good, that is. Switch that off, will you? I've had it most of the day down at the wharf. Bloody bluebirds making us all miserable. We didn't unload anything. Spent all our time clearing up. You and the children was asleep when I woke up. How'd you do last night? We couldn't hardly do a bloody thing. There was fires everywhere you looked. Would you believe it? They're still closing as tube stations, but they broke in anyhow. You got to go somewhere. You all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
What is it then? I had a bloody awful night and then I worked all day. I don't want to come home to misery guts.
Jim, it was really bad in the shelter last night. One bomb was so close it sent a whole pile of rubble into the shelter. Andy's been clearing it up. Mary's worried about the children.
What do you mean? Of course we're all worried.
Jim, the children, was nearly killed.
I've been thinking we should evacuate them.
Where's my tea? Oh, hello, Edie.
Send them away?
Of course. What do you think I meant?
No, we said we wouldn't.
Yes, but last night I thought Kathy was dead for a minute.
It's true, Jim. We was all scared. The children was terrified.
I wasn't. I just couldn't find my glasses.
All right, Nan. All the rest of us was scared, even Andy.
I don't want them going away to some posh country house. They'll hate it. We agreed.
It's better than them being killed, isn't it?
Yes.
Did you see what happened to number 23?
Yes, well, that's not good.
What do you mean? Are they all right? Is the baby all right?
The baby's all right.
What about June and the girls?
It is not good.
Oh, no. Oh, poor Ted. Who'll look after the baby? Ted can't, he's in Africa.
The council will take care of the baby. It'll be all right.
That's it. I don't care what you say, Jim. They've got to get away.
I don't like it. Maybe the raids will stop soon.
Well, in that case, they can come back from wherever they are, but I'm not having them here for a day more than they have to. Please, Jim.
Go on, Jim.
All right. But they're not going to some posh house. I want them to stay in a proper working family. Maybe after Christmas.
No, that's over a month. I want them to go now.
I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
Can I have your tea?
I'd better go. You made the right decision, Mary. See you in the shelter, if there's another one tonight.
See you, Edie. Thanks for the tea.
Yeah, thanks.
Jim,
What?
something odd happened last night. When that bomb fell and all the rubble come in, there was a shoe.
A shoe?
Yes, just one really posh shoe on top of the rubble. I've got it upstairs. How do you think it got there?
Search me. I'm going to bed.
Yes. Go on. You must be dead on your feet. So next day I got hold of the lady from the WVS, and she said she tried to find somewhere for Derek and Kathy as soon as possible. Only because we was late, she couldn't be sure they would be in the same house. I didn't like the sound of splitting them up. Anyway, they was really quick. She come round 2 days later. Thinking back, I was lucky. Most of the young uns round our way went with the school when the raids began, and they didn't know where they was going until they got there.
And a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. I may be right.
Mrs. Evans?
I may be
Hello,
wrong.
Mrs. Evans? Hello, I'm Carol Purley from the WVS. About your children. Evacuation.
Blimey, that was quick. Oh, sorry, I was away with the fairies. Have you found somewhere already?
Can I sit down? I think you're going to be pleased.
What have you found? Will they have to be split up?
We're in luck. I've got somewhere they can both go. I happen to know a bit about it, and it's a very nice place. They've fallen on their feet.
That's good. That's really good, that is. Jim will be pleased. We was worried about them being separated.
Is your husband here? I would love to share this with him. Put a smile on his face.
I think so. Maybe upstairs. Jim, can you come down here? There's someone from the WVS about Derek and Kathy. He's just coming.
How are the children taking it? The bombing?
Well, they're all right in the day. At night they get frightened. So do I.
Well, I know they will be delighted with their new home.
New home? What new home?
Ah, Mr. Evans. I'm so pleased you're here to share the good news.
Jim, this is Carol from the WVS. She's found a place for him to go.
Hello. What place is this?
Well, it wasn't easy, I can tell you. Most of the good places were taken weeks ago. But Derek and Karen will be very happy.
Kathy?
I'm sorry?
Her name's Kathy, not Karen.
Oh, of course. How silly of me.
So, where is it?
Coddleton. A charming little village in Wiltshire, well away from the bombing.
Wiltshire? The children from their school went to some place in Derbyshire. I thought they'd be with them.
I'm sorry, Mr. Evans, but there really wasn't anywhere left near Howley. Anyway, between ourselves, Coddleton is a bit nicer, if you see what I mean.
No, I don't see what you mean.
My sister-in-law lives close to Coddleton, and she tells me there are some very classy people living round there. It will do the children good to mix with them. It's an excellent opportunity.
Classy? What's that mean?
Jim, let's just hear about it.
Quite right, Mrs. Evans. Now, where did I put the details?
The children should hear this. Derek? Kathy? Come in here.
Did someone call me?
No, Nan, but you might as well join us.
Ah, found it. The children will be living with Mrs. Hammond at Farley House, Coddleton, Wiltshire.
Is that the address? What's the street name? How can you find the house without the street?
And what number is it?
Farley House isn't on a street. It has its own land.
Sort of farm, is it?
Well, you could describe it that way. My sister-in-law says they keep quite a lot of animals, and of course they have given up a lot of the land to grow food. But it's more exciting than just a farm.
Kathy, Derek, this is Mrs. Purley, and she's here to tell us about the house where you're going to stay to get away from the bombs.
Is it really a farm? I like a farm. I could stroke the lambs.
It is better than a farm, young lady. This is a real house. I was at a farm once. It smelled disgusting.
When was you at a farm?
None of your business.
I must go soon. Let me tell you about Farley House. It is a beautiful place with lots of bedrooms and land. There are tennis courts and even a small lake. You two are going to have such a nice time. Aren't you lucky?
Will there be lambs?
Well, Karen, I don't know. And of course, lambs don't stay lambs for very long.
Why not? What happens to them?
I'll tell you later, Kathy. Mrs. Purley needs to go.
It don't sound like our sort of place. Who's this Mrs. Hammond?
Actually, she's the Honourable Mrs. Elizabeth Hammond, but I'm sure she won't mind if you just call her Mrs. Hammond. My sister-in-law says she's very nice. Anyway, we need to decide when they are going. As soon as possible, I should say.
We've got to talk about it. Can you come round tomorrow and I'll tell you?
Tomorrow? Yes, that should be fine. Say 2:30?
Yes. Jim will be down from the docks, but I'll be here.
Right. Moustache. See you tomorrow. Exciting, isn't it?
I don't like it. It is a posh house and none of the other young'uns are there. They'll be bloody miserable.
It's better than being bombed.
And I don't like the sound of this Hammond woman either.
What does honourable mean?
It means she don't tell lies. Things like that.
It means she was born with too much money.
I think it means she's an MP or something.
You must be joking. I'm not having my children living with a Tory MP.
I'm not sure. Well, maybe you could be honourable for some other reason.
I was honourable once,
Nan, what do you mean? When?
when I was young. Then I met your father.
Jim, Mrs. Hammond may be all right. We don't know anything about her. And it sounds comfortable and safe. We've got to give it a try.
Why do we have to take the first place they offer us?
I don't think there are any other places. Tell you what, I'll go there and meet her and see the house. See what it's like. All right?
I suppose so.
I've got to be quick, though. I don't want them staying here a day longer than they have to. Seems like there's a raid every night now. I'll ask that WVS lady when she comes back tomorrow. We was quick. WVS lady telephoned Mrs. Hammond, and she said it was all right for me to visit the next day. It was difficult getting there. First a train, then a bus, then I had trouble finding the house. Expensive too. But the WVS lady was able to help out a bit with that. I didn't take to her, but she did get things sorted. So there I was, calling on this grand lady in this really big house. Only I got the wrong house first.
Wait here while I get Mrs. Hammond.
Thanks. Blimey. This room's bigger than all the rooms in our house put together. How do they keep it warm? Look at these pictures, it's like an art gallery or something. Photos are good. Wonder who they are.
Mrs. Evans, I am sorry I'm late, and I'm afraid we will need to be brief. I have a meeting in 15 minutes. Those are my boys. One is in the Navy and the other is in the Army. Did you find the house easily enough? It's a bit off the beaten track.
Not bad. I thought it might be the big house at the end of the drive. There was a bit surprised when I knocked, but they showed me the way.
Big house at the end of the drive?
Yes. Lots of plants growing up the walls. Ivy, I think.
Oh, it's a lodge. Actually, it's quite small.
Seems big enough to me.
Now, how can I help you?
Well, it's just that Jim, my husband, and me, we wanted to see where our children was going. Make sure it'd be all right.
I see. Well, I expect they will find it a bit different, but I'm sure they can fit in.
They've never been in the country or seen a house like this.
Never been in the country? Goodness. They will find it strange. They will need to fit in, of course. No doubt we do things rather differently here.
They're good children. Derek's a bit shy, but Kathy gets on with everyone.
Yes, I'm sure. Would it help to see more of the house and where they will be sleeping? Susie can show you round.
Oh, yes, that'd be nice. What about school?
School?
They've got to go to school somewhere.
I suppose they have to. We don't have a governess anymore, so I suppose it will have to be the local state schools. The primary is a short walk. I believe there is a secondary school in Porbury, and I think there is a bus. Certainly a bus stops at the end of the drive, and I can't think where else it would go. Susie will know. She has a sister in the village with children.
Oh, that's good. I was worried about them having friends.
Well, I'm not sure about Susie's nephews and nieces coming here. We don't really know them. But there is plenty to do here. They are welcome to use the tennis courts and the swimming pool when it gets warmer, and they can ride the pony with supervision.
They've never done anything like that. Tennis, horse riding. Derek's mad about football.
Football? Well, perhaps the school can provide an opportunity. I must go in a minute. I'll ring for Susie. Is there anything else?
No, I can't think of anything.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Well, I think that tidies things up. The WVS said that we might expect them on Saturday. Ah, Susie, I have to go to a meeting. Mrs. Evans would like to see where her children will be sleeping. I think the end room on the second floor and the one next to it would be suitable. Goodbye, Mrs. Evans. It was a pleasure to meet you. Don't worry about Derek and Kathy. I'm sure they won't be any trouble. Hello, I'm Susie Briers, the senior housemaid. Well, to be honest, I'm the only housemaid now. Mind the rug. I just polished the floor and it's a bit slippy. The rooms are up here. 2 flights. Mrs. Hammond prefers it if I use the back stairs, but it'll be all right with you.
She said your sister lives in the village and has children.
Yes, 2 boys, 9 and 12. They're lovely.
Same age as mine. Well, Kathy's only 7, but Derek's 12. Where do they go to school?
Alfie's at the primary in the village. Tom goes to Porbury Secondary. I expect yours will do the same.
Maybe they'll get to know each other. I'm worried mine are going to be lonely. All the friends went to some place in Derbyshire. Mrs. Hammond didn't seem to be too keen on children. She doesn't know coming here.
Oh, she won't mind. She's all right, really. Here you are. One of them can sleep here and the other one there. There's even a door between them.
Oh, my God. This'll be something different for them. They share a bed at home.
Oh, it is a big house. I don't know how she's going to cope when I go.
Go?
Yes, I'm joining the ATS. I should start next month. She'll only have Ruby and Dan, and he's getting past it. The thing is, she's busy all the time with meetings and things. I haven't told her yet. I didn't like to upset her with her son going missing and everything. Oh, don't let on, will you? I want to tell her myself.
Of course I won't. I don't know her at all. We didn't have much time to chat. She didn't seem that interested, to be honest.
She's got a lot on her mind. You know she's got 2 sons. One's in the Navy, but the other's in the Army in Africa, and she's just heard he's missing.
I didn't realise. That's bad, that is.
So you can understand if she comes over a bit offhand. As long as they behave themselves and fit in, your two will be all right. I mean, her heart's in the right place.
I went home not knowing what to think. It was all so different. I wasn't sure they'd fit in. I thought it was going to be really hard for them to live somewhere like that. You think they're going to behave themselves, but you can never be sure, can you? And if they didn't fit in, what then? Didn't look like Mrs. Hammond would have much time for them. Susie would be leaving. And how would they get to see other children? It was 5 minutes' walk just to the end of their drive. But it was an amazing place. Not just a bed, a whole room each. Indoor privy, swimming pool. Of course it was safe from the bombs. Really, we didn't have any choice. I toned it down a bit when I got home. Told him it was a big house and she was very busy, but I didn't say how big. And I made out she was kind, when really I only had Susie's word for it. I didn't mention the sons. Didn't seem right somehow. I thought Jim might be against it, but he was all right, really. I think he'd given up. Nan just didn't believe me. Said it was impossible, but the children was excited. So 2 days later we were seeing them off. Hard to believe it was all so quick. See these labels? You've got to wear them until you get there. They're also all the people helping can see where you're going and who you are.
I've been falling off.
Come here. That's better. That won't fall off as long as you take care.
I'll make sure they don't fall off.
Now remember, you've got to get off at Porbury. There's a lady there who'll be waiting to help you.
Can I sit by the window? I want to see. I want to see the countryside. There might be land.
I expect so. You have to ask. Did you hear what I said? Porbury.
What clue? The driver?
Kathy, listen. Where do you have to get off?
It's all right. I was listening. Forward. Anyway, you told us about 1,000,000 times.
Train leaves in 2 minutes. Time to get on.
Ready, children?
Yeah, what's the Forbury? Forbury. Let's go on down.
If you can't find the lady when you get there, then ask anyone with a uniform to help. Kathy, you're going to Coddleton, not Porbury. The lady at Porbury will put you on a bus.
But you said to remember we were going to Forbury.
The train goes to Porbury, then you get a bus to Coddleton.
It's all right. I got it.
Yeah, get those kiddies on now. We're about to leave.
Quickly, children. Give us a hug and then get on.
We'll be all right. Don't worry.
I know you will.
Come on! Everyone else has got on.
Don't forget to write. And be good. Do what Mrs. Hammond tells you. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I know there was lots and lots of mothers had to see their children off like I did. For most of them it was much worse. I knew where they was going. I'd even been there. And I knew they was going to be together. Still, it's one of the worst things that's happened to me. I was really down for weeks afterwards. As they wasn't there, I was free to get a job in a factory, but I still couldn't think of anything except how they was doing. And the worst thing was, I didn't hear anything from them for about a month. Then finally, a letter came. Well, 2 actually. Where did it happen?
They had only been sailing for a day. They thought it was still safe that close.
Oh, you poor thing. Are you feeling all right?
Yes, of course it was a shock, but I knew Andy was all right. First I knew was when he called. He's going to get 3 weeks at home while he recovers. He'll be home for Christmas, so you could say it's an ill wind, if you know what I mean. He was lucky. A lot of his mates didn't make it. Andy said there was 2 torpedoes. They sank in less than 10 minutes.
Oh, Edie. What a relief. That's the post. Can you get it for me? I can't waste this sugar.
Of course. These all look like bills. Oh, hang on. There's one here that's handwritten, very smart writing, to Mrs. M. Evans.
Smart, you said. Not from Derek, then. You know what his writing's like.
No. Still, you want me to read it to you?
Yes, go on.
That's funny. There's a letter and then there's another envelope inside this one. Which one do you want me to read first?
Well, read the letter and then open the envelope.
It's from that Mrs. Hammond, where the children are staying.
What's she want?
It's very short. Smart writing, though. Dear Mrs. Evans, I'm writing to tell you
that the children have settled in well. I'm afraid I don't have as much time to talk to them as I would like, but they seem happy enough and are behaving themselves. I suggested that Derek take the opportunity to write to you, and his letter is enclosed.
Yours, Elizabeth Hammond.
Is that it?
Yes. Sorry, do you want me to read Derek's letter? You might want to read it yourself.
No, I can't wait. Anyway, knowing Derek, there won't be much in it.
It's a bit longer. It is hard to read. He's writing.
It's all right when you get used to it.
Here goes. Dear Mum, I hope you are well. It has
It's been raining a lot here. It was sunny on Monday for a bit, but yesterday it rained all day. It's cold and all.
I didn't need a bloody weather forecast.
There's a bit more. It is hard to read. There was an air raid on Sunday. They don't have a shelter here.
Me and Kathy hid under our beds. We each got our own bedroom, which is good. Only it's a bit lonely and Kathy was scared, so she hid under my bed with me. There wasn't any bombs, there wasn't any planes or guns firing or nothing. It wasn't like a real air raid. Susie says they once had a bomb fall in the fields, but that's all they ever had. There are lots of rules in the house, and it's hard to learn them all. They eat meals in funny times, and it's not real English food. It's a bit boring because there's no one to play with. Mrs. Hammond is quite strict, but we like Susie. But she's leaving soon. We're both going to school. I have to get on a bus. There are some other boys on the bus, but I don't really talk to them. They talk funny round here. Sometimes I can't understand. There's a school football team, but they've all got proper boots and stuff, and I don't want to play with them.
Kathy sends her love. Derek. That's it.
Do you think they're all right?
Sounds safe. No bombs.
Yeah, but they don't seem to have any friends. He loves football and he isn't playing. I'm worried, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be all right.
I want to go and see them. Make sure they're happy.
When would you go?
I don't know. It takes a whole day to get there and back. I wouldn't be back till late. I'd have to get a day off work at the factory. And Jim's working all the time now, what with the docks and the ARP. He doesn't like it when I'm not here when he gets home, especially if there isn't any food on the table.
Andy's away again after Christmas. I'll cook Jim a meal. I'll be glad of the company.
He's not very good company when he gets home. But, well, would you? All I need is a day. I think Jim would be all right with it.
Of course. Glad to help.
Tell you what, I'll take him Christmas presents. I could get Derek some football boots, and Kathy would like a toy lamb. Maybe I could make her one.
How are you going to afford football boots?
I'll manage. You'll see. So that was it. Decision made. Thank God for Edie. All I had to do was pay for the presents. The lamb was going to be easy enough. I could make it with bits of cloth and stuff we had around, but the boots was going to be hard. Luckily, with the children away, I was working part-time at the factory.
What you got there? Biscuits?
No, Nan. It's nothing.
What do you mean, nothing? You've got some biscuits hidden away. Give me one and I won't tell.
No, Dan, it's not biscuits. Just something personal.
I don't believe you. I ain't seen a biscuit for years.
Nan, it is not biscuits. Where would I get biscuits?
What are you two bickering about?
Biscuits.
Biscuits? Who's got biscuits?
She has.
Have you?
Of course not. How would I get biscuits?
Yes, she has. There, in a tin. She hid it under that loose board.
What's she on about? Is there something under the board?
Nothing important. Just some things of mine.
What do you want to put them under the board for?
They're private. I don't want anyone else seeing them.
What are you on about? What are they? Show me.
I don't want to.
I'm going to take a look.
Yes, go on. Remember I told you about them. I should get first choice.
Jim, please.
Blimey, what's all this? This ain't biscuits.
No biscuits? Let me see.
Nan, shut up. All this money. Where'd you get it? Why are you putting it there?
I didn't want you to see. It's for the children.
The children?
For Christmas. Derek sounded so down in the letter. I thought I'd get them really special Christmas presents. A toy lamb for Kathy. Well, I can make that. And football boots for Derek. You know, I've been doing some work at the factory now they're away. I was saving a bit for my wages.
I thought we were saving up for a bath.
That can wait, can't it?
I never saw the point of a bath.
But we agreed and you was hiding the money without telling me.
I'm really worried about the children. We've got to do something.
Why didn't you discuss it? Doesn't my opinion count?
I didn't want to upset you. I knew you wouldn't like it.
You didn't think I would find out?
I've been working some extra hours. We can still have a bath. We might just have to wait a bit longer.
How many extra hours?
Just 1 or 2.
You never made that much money working an extra 2 hours a week.
It's an hour or 2 every day.
Every day? How come I didn't notice?
You've been working so hard and doing the ARP and all. You haven't been around much.
Well, there's a war on in case you didn't notice.
Of course I know you've got to do it. I ain't complaining, am I?
You two finished? I want my tea.
You really want to get him boots, don't you?
Yes.
You sure he wants them?
He was always on about them. You know how much he likes football.
Well, I can't stop you, but... Well, don't keep secrets from me like that. It's wrong.
All right. It's hard to tell you things sometimes. You get so angry.
I'll leave it at that, shall we? I suppose that means you're going there around Christmas time.
Don't worry, I'll be here for Christmas. I'll go there between Christmas and New Year. It'll only be 1 day, you won't notice. Edie says she'll cook for you.
We'll see.
That was as close as Jim ever got to giving in. But it was enough for me. I knew I could get the boots. Bloody hard work, but I wasn't giving up. I wrote to Mrs. Hammond to say I was coming to visit them just after Christmas. So there I was on the 28th of December, with the boots and the lamb. I can't tell you how much I wanted to see them, although I was really worried about how they'd be.
Mrs. Evans, how good to see you. I hope you had a good Christmas. Did Dan meet you at the station without a hitch?
Yes, thanks. I mean, yes about Christmas and yes about the ride in the car.
Good. The children will be down in a moment. I asked Ruby to let them know you're here.
Where's Susie?
Susie left. I only have Dan and Ruby now. It's the war.
Oh, I remember. She said she was going to join the ATS.
She told you?
Yes, when I was here before.
Oh, it appears you knew before I did.
She was very nice.
Sorry? Who was?
Susie.
Yes. I miss her very much. How was the journey? The trains are so disrupted at the moment.
Fine, thanks.
You must have missed the children a great deal.
It's been a long time. Everyone all right?
Oh, yes, I think so. Yes, I think there was a bit of a misunderstanding over a broken window. Once they learned how we do things here, they fitted in very well.
I'm sorry. I hope they didn't do any damage.
It's not a problem. We sorted it out. Can I get you some tea while we're waiting?
Tea? You got tea?
Yes, we're lucky. My uncle is in the business and makes sure we have enough.
Yes, please. Thanks very much.
I'm sure they will be delighted to see you.
Oh, they better be or I'm not coming back.
Oh dear. Well, I'm sure it will be all right. I can hear them coming.
Mum!
Kathy, Derek, oh, it's lovely to see you.
Hello, Mum.
I expect you three would like some time to yourselves. I will go and arrange for the tea. I will come and join you when it's ready.
Thanks, yes, yes, that'd be nice. Oh, so how are you? Did you miss me? Did you know I got a job now? And did you hear about Andy? His ship got torpedoed, but is he all right? Close thing, though. Edie's in a bit of a state.
That's like Mrs. Hammond's son.
Yeah, Ed was his name, and he was missing, and Mrs. Hammond was dead worried. And then she got a letter saying he was found, and he's just wounded, and he's going to be all right. Ain't that good?
Yes, we come down one morning and Mrs. Hammond was all by herself dancing. She did look funny.
It was because she just got the telegram to say Edward was all right. He's going to get a medal and all. Wounded and a medal. I want to be like him.
Oh, Derek, you don't want to be wounded. Anyhow, the war will be over before you can fight. I got good news. We're going to have a real bath with hot and cold running water. Isn't that nice?
We got one bath for just the two of us here. I have a bath almost every day.
She's obsessed. She is. I mean, what's the point in washing if you're already clean?
You bath as often as I do. More.
That's because I get dirty. Football and stuff.
You get a chance to play football?
Yeah, there's a match most weekends. And we have a kick around evenings after school.
That's good. That is. That's really good. You won't want to come back.
I get homesick sometimes. Don't I, Derek?
Do you? When?
Yes, I do. I really do. Like after we did table tennis.
You play table tennis?
Oh, yes. I'm really good at it. Mrs. Hammond says I will be a star one day.
And how was Christmas?
It was all right.
What do you do?
We had a special breakfast with fish. And she had some eggs. And then we had a treasure hunt in the garden. Dan was funny. He had a clue hidden in his hat. So we had to catch him before we could read the clue.
It is funny, eh? We don't have anything much for lunch or tea. But some people down from the village come over after tea. There was a real big meal in the evening. And he was allowed to stay up till midnight. Only Kathy fell asleep. And they did funny games where you had to be the name of a book or something. Only we didn't know any of the books.
That sounds fun.
And they didn't do presents till after lunch.
Presents?
Yeah, Mrs. Hammond got us both presents.
That was nice of her.
Yes, I got a lamb.
And I got football boots, just like I always wanted. Do you want to see them?
Oh.
They're clean. I haven't used them yet.
Mum, what's wrong?
I'm sorry. We didn't get you a present.
It's all right, loves. I haven't got you one either. It's hard, what with the war.
I don't mind. We got such good presents from Mrs. Hammond.
I hope I'm not interrupting. Tea will be there in a minute.
Goody. Is there any more cake left?
And I'm afraid not. We were very lucky to get some at all.
Cake? Well, you two are doing all right, aren't you? You won't want to come home.
I'm sure they're looking forward to it. Aren't you, children?
Yes. But it's nice here and all.
You know what? I think I'll try and get the 4:05 train. It's hours until the next one, and I don't want to be home late.
4:05? But it's 2:45 at the moment.
Can I get a ride in the car again? Then I would make it.
Yes, of course. But you will have to leave now.
Mum, you only just came.
Yes, I'm sorry, loves. It hasn't worked out like I planned, but it was lovely to see you both. I'm sorry, Mrs. Hammond. I'll have to miss the tea. Not like me to miss a cup of tea, I can tell you.
I will go and tell Dan.
Come on, you two. Give me a hug before I go. I'll miss you.
Mum, you're crying.
Not really. Not really, just excitement.
The car's ready.
Thanks. Be good, you two.
We will.
Don't forget to write.
Don't worry, I'll remember. For the both of us.
Bye.
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 Can we have our tea now?
I didn't know what to do with the presents I'd bought. I took them home, of course. Jim wanted me to sell them, but somehow that didn't seem right. I couldn't give them away around where we lived in case it got back to the children. In the end, I gave them to this place that looked after kids that had lost their parents.
What happened to your children?
Well, they came home, of course, once the bombing stopped. They soon got used to living at home again. Their friends started coming back and the school was open a lot of the time. It should have been like nothing had changed. But it wasn't. They'd done something. Been somewhere. I hadn't. And it was always there. I was comparing what we had with what they'd seen and done. And I think they was. They was good children. They didn't complain. But it made them a little bit less mine, if you know what I mean.
Where are they now?
Oh, they're doing very well. I'm on my own now, after Jim died. Kathy lives in Australia. Plenty of lambs there. Married an Australian she met over here. I don't see her, of course, too far for me. But she's a good girl. She keeps writing letters. In her last letter, she said she's got one of her own on the way. Derek's a mechanic. Cars, you know. He just started his own business. He tries to come and see me, but he's working so hard. It isn't easy.
At least he can buy his own football boots.
It's a funny thing. As soon as he came home, he gave up football. I don't know why. It's a good job I never gave him those boots. He wouldn't have known what to do with them. Bloody war.
Bloody war.